Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Speletons. I am Zinker. He is Derek. So last episode, we talked about this creepy and rapey dude vibe guy, man, at my work. Those exact words are as described. Derek, accordingly, said he has a story that's similar to it involving Toricon, which just recently passed for him. So why don't you or whatever? Why don't you talk about it, man? Don't mention names, obviously.
Yeah. Let's see. I also don't remember a lot of names.
Okay.
I know what I can use for. I'll come up with some real creative nicknames.
Creative. I would just call them by like a fruit or something. Like a name of a fruit.
You know, you're close to where I was getting at. You're
Okay.
also close. You're also close to what one of them's
Hold
actually
on.
called.
Is she just?
Am
I? All right. Well, anyhow, I'm assuming that means somebody's name is Princess Peach. So. And this is all right. Why don't you talk about your story though while we're here wondering?
So,
man, I like the stage. I have to say, I do like the stage design of these levels. I do find it entertaining. Grenade launcher is obviously the best weapon.
So I already told you a bit about this, but I have more details than what I gave you anyways.
Okay.
So let's see. So at Toricon, there's a bit of a situation. We're gonna talk about it with our e-board and everything beforehand to like have a plan for what to do. So this we've known about this for a while. It started with it mainly became it started becoming a problem with the whole Me Too movement thing. Because a side effect a lot of people don't know about that movement was that it started spurring a bunch of people to. People started taking it the wrong way. It started spurring people to.
I kind of want an explanation on this. How so? I genuinely don't know because I mean, give or take with pretty much all movements, it will have positive and negative effects. But I only know about the positive effects of getting more people to talk about it.
Yeah. So the negative effects are that a lot of people misinterpret it as so. The Me Too movement was like it was a thing where, like people were like if you've been like ever in like or like sexually whatevered, in like a bad way, post like hashtag Me Too or something like that to spread awareness and whatever from it, and like it was a like movement to like kind of like help like it was a movement to I think like raise awareness mostly. That was the original intent. I think it was spurred with like some like famous people saying that are coming out and saying that like they were sexually something or whatever. I keep saying something, and that's because I don't know the actual like what actually the case was. So something seems like an accurate descriptor.
Grenade launcher's OP, but it's not going to help me actually win this.
Let's see. The positives were that it raised awareness.
Yeah.
The negatives are that for one thing, some people use it for attention. But also there was also the problem of people misinterpreted the intention of it, where they didn't see it as a just a as a thing for raising awareness. Rather, they thought of it as like a rallying cry to actively pursue like injustices they feel they faced. So what I mean by that is like there was someone in that's part of Cosplay Troop had an issue a long time ago. This would have been like 7 or 8 years ago when they were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call it Pineapple.
Okay.
So Pineapple was dating a guy.
I want to name my daughter Pineapple. Not the daughter that I already have. But like, if I ever were to have a real daughter, I'd want to name her Pineapple.
So Pineapple was dating like a guy. We'll call him Grape.
We'll call him Grape. What you said? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Grape.
So
okay. Oh wait. Okay, that'll be fucked up and really funny to everyone else in like a few seconds. All right, so some people probably already have the wrong idea of why it is funny, but like, go ahead.
No,
yeah.
So, way back when they were dating, apparently there was an awkward sexual encounter where Pineapple or where Grape was sleeping and Pineapple inappropriately touched Grape while they were sleeping.
Yep.
So this so afterwards Grape woke up during all this during this and was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And like they was like very like upsetty about it, which is fair.
Yeah.
And after that they like broke up and like Pineapple did her best to like stay away from him after that and like after and like years passed. It's like eight or so years later.
Well, this one's gonna be like
Pineapple is like Pineapple's
like
put
she
like
does
that.
a slide kick. Right,
Pineapple's like apologized, put that behind her, like done her best to stay out of Grape's life.
Yeah.
Whatever. And like at the time, it's they're in high school. I know the thing you just talked about before was also between high schoolers, but like high school is a time where stuff like that kind of happens, and like you can't and like while like kind of old enough to know what's going on, also like 16 is like a gray area age with that. If that makes sense.
The way I describe it, I don't think you're gonna do a fair enough justice to it.
I don't think I'm not gonna.
The way I would describe it fairly is that obviously it's not good and it will never be good. But like I said, I was saying to the other guy how I thought he was just he was always doing something that was kind of creepy and rapey-ish, but like I didn't initially see anything particularly too wrong with it, because one, he didn't do the inappropriate touching like your situation did, which he didn't force her to inappropriately touch him. Unless she lied to me, but I honestly don't think she lied to me about that at all. So what is it? I refer to it as misinformed. That kind of works here. Like it is important to like factor in her age, because like
it was bad. It is definitely a bad thing, but also like Pineapple was young and stupid, and like didn't realize what they were. And didn't like realize exactly like what they were doing. I think.
Yeah, which is.
I mean, they probably knew exactly what they were doing, but they didn't know like the impact of it.
Yeah.
I guess. Or like they didn't know how like.
Yeah.
Like bad of a thing it is to do.
And this is also 7 to 8 years ago.
Yeah, this is
so,
also
like,
a long time ago. This is also a long
there
time.
is
also a while
a
ago.
sort of uninformed belief that you can't really do that kind of shit to guys. That's still prevalent today too.
Yeah.
Which is I want to try and keep this episode unavoidable. Unpolitical, but like it's hard.
Yeah, no, it's really hard.
Yeah.
But anyways, no innuendo intended.
Okay.
So anyways,
oh yeah, wow. That took me way too long. By the way, have you seen a flaming microwave at any point? Because like I'm looking for one. If you do,
No,
just shout. Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna try going really high up and see if I can see it.
This is like super pixelated for me, so like I can hardly see.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I know I've upped the stream quality.
It might be on my end.
Oh, that's true.
So anyways, so yeah, that whole thing happened. Fast forward.
I guess I'm just gonna fail this.
It's like 8 years. It's like 7, 8 years later. Whatever. Pineapple's doing her own thing, and going to school, trying to get a degree, become a better person, whatever. Grape works at like a shoe store or something.
Okay.
Doesn't do much to help themselves.
Right.
So Me Too movement comes around.
Oh, I found it. Oh,
and
I did it.
Nowhere,
Woo!
out of nowhere, Grape all of a sudden starts actively speaking out against like what happened like 7 or 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And just being like super like indignant about it and being
yeah.
Not,
I want to point out from my personal point of view, I don't really mind him speaking out about it 7 or 8 years later, especially with the Me Too thing coming forward.
Okay, so there's a difference. So,
but no, why don't you just continue explaining the situation?
Yeah, speaking out one thing, acknowledging it happened, and if you talk to I've talked to Pineapple about it, and like they're very like. They're more than willing to talk about it because like they acknowledge it's something that happened. They're not proud of it, but like they're not gonna like hide it or just like pretend it didn't happen. They like
I
want to be a better person, but
I want you to like finish explaining it before I give a good point. I ask everyone to just continue keep listening until we get to the end of it.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, it helps to hear the whole thing before like making a judgment call on where the which person might be in the right.
Learns her lesson. Woof woof! I love being punished. Do it now. Do it now. All right, there's your comedy. All right, Derek, continue on.
Yep. Sorry, I got a little distracted.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Oh, woo. Can you get me well done outside, but keep me juicy on the inside?
God.
Abby, your skin's a little red. All right, keep going. Please, I won't be able to.
Sorry.
I need you. I need you to continue.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, let's see. So, where was I?
He starts speaking out about it.
Yeah, start like speaking out about it. But it's not just like being like, hey, this is the thing that happened. Like you should be like I too have been a part. I too am a part of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or this has also happened to me. They start like just more or less like demonizing the person who did it.
Mm-hmm.
Where they basically start saying like this person is or did this they're an awful person. They need to be like they need to like or I don't even know like see it's hard to say what they need to do because this person because they're more or less like
it's not
they're like
so
trying
what keyed this off to me for what is that when Derek explained it to me is that he's basically asking people to unfriend her. He is trying to actively torture her about it.
Allow me.
Okay.
So so they're basically trying to like persecute this person like many years after the fact, which first off a big like tip off that like this person might be a bit irrational or is it's been it's been proven that after like 7 or so years you can't remember situations exactly like as they happen.
That's what you said too.
Especially if you were the victim of a situation, you're very likely to change the story to how you believe it happened, or to like you're more likely to exaggerate the story. Mm-hmm. So it's very likely what they're saying or how they describe the situation is very. They do describe the situation a lot worse. From what I've seen, they describe it a lot worse than like the person who actually did it will describe it. Which, that's a matter of opinion, but one of them's being very rational about the way they're going about talking about it. The other one's being very irrational about how they go about it.
Yes.
Because they're basically asking people a couple months ago we had when we had snow it was like near the end of the first semester.
Mm-hmm.
They started posting. They started saying like that they were going to find and basically like try to they the Grape and like a couple of Grape's friends, like the whole fruit bowl was going to Grape and the fruit bowl were basically gonna like gang up and like try to like attack the person.
There you go. Yeah, that's gonna. You didn't tell me that. That even throws it down
feel like
more.
I think I did. I didn't tell you that. I told you more later. This is going back a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And since like they like started like rallying about it, like Grape's current boyfriend has been like picking her up.
Oh wait, Grape's current boyfriend is Grape a boy?
No, Grape's a girl.
Really? Okay, so Pineapple and Grape are a girl.
Oh wait, my bad. No. Sorry. Pineapple. I was getting them confused.
Jeez. So Pineapple has a boyfriend now.
Pineapple has a boyfriend.
Okay.
Grape.
Gotcha.
The guy who was the guy who is irrational is Grape, and Grape and the Fruit Bowl
Grape
of people.
And the Fruit Bowl. Zinker, that's the name of the episode, please.
we're
gonna
wanted to like gang up and attack the Pineapple. Pineapple's boyfriend has been like also picking them up from work like every day because
Grape
like just for like their safety. What?
Oh no! Oh, picking up Pineapple.
Yeah, for safety because like they're like kind of like concerned about these people.
Wow.
These people haven't done anything but rant on social media, and like people when they rant on social media, people have like a lot of people because of like. It's very easy to when you act the victim. It's very easy to get people behind you.
Yeah. To be fair, he was the victim of that event. Not
he was the victim of that.
Yes,
he was the victim of that event. But
I feel the need to keep knowing this because there's a lot of people who might currently not even be on our side, even though we've explained why. So let me get my 2 cents on this before you.
Yeah, I still haven't even gotten to like the end.
I know. We're already past episode time, by the way.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. But so the thing that a lot of people don't understand about situations like this is that well, not even just situations like this, just in general, is that people demonize people like we don't all make mistakes. And I know it's a pretty big mistake to make. Even if you want to ignore it,
not always to that degree.
Yeah, but even if you want to ignore like all, and I'm sorry to call this Derek, but all Derek's excuses about how she was young and she's different now and all that. Even if you want to ignore all that, it comes down that people make bad mistakes sometimes, and sometimes make even do evil things, but it doesn't necessarily mean they are themselves evil. Or that they can't be better, or they can't better themselves. People never take that into account.
People can be redeemable, and from their perspective, they just want to see this person burn at this point because of something that happened forever ago that they never got, or they didn't say anything about it when it happened, and now that people are like, or now like that they have people behind them, they're like want to do something about it, but like it's kind of it's way past,
and not even in a just way, by the way. Like attacking her like that is not even the way to go about it.
They're not going about it in a civilized manner. For one thing, they're just like taking matters into their own hands, which is the wrong way to go about it.
I don't know if necessarily that is. It's just the fact that they are acting malicious.
The way they're taking matters into their own hands
is malicious. Likewise, even if you go back down to the event that happened, it may not have necessarily been, malicious, just like I said, misinformed, or, just stupid, or, just absent-minded, and not that there shouldn't be consequences for something like that, but this person is not going about it in the proper way. They are trying to, like, when they're trying to target, like, trying to make them lose all their friends and stuff like that. That is what I refer to.
I haven't gotten to saying everything that has happened yet.
And we can maybe continue that in the next episode.
I was gonna say we should.
But it's like I refer to that as the pushing the suicide route or trying to ruin their life. Which is that's just a horrible thing. In some ways I think it's worse than just outright like attacking and murdering someone, because you make them do it to themselves by just ruining their life, making their life so miserable. It's not it's not right. This what's his name, Grape? Which is still funny because I like the reason you named him that. But
that was just luck. I just like said the first fruit. I just said the first fruit that came to mind. I said it, and then like in my head I immediately realized what I'd said.
That's even better. But so like, like this Grape dude is super malicious about the whole thing. And like I said, what people need to understand is that people can be redeemable, and that people can, everyone deserves a second chance, and I do genuinely believe that for pretty much all things.
Everybody does. There are points where there are situations where you reach a point of no return.
Well, everyone deserves a second chance. I think everyone should have.
Generally,
a chance
to reach that point,
themselves.
you've passed your second chance.
Well,
So.
yes, that's what I'm trying to say. No. You keep interrupting me, you dick. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Look here, you didn't even let me finish this, you shit. I still have more to say. This is you don't deserve to finish.
Okay, everyone deserves a second chance. The point where it becomes a cutoff for me is so someone murdered someone. That murderer deserves a second chance. Someone murders another person. That is when you start questioning, okay, well, they can still get better from this point on. But are they? Are they gonna get better from this point on? Well, no, I mean, not even are they. How many victims do I want them to have before they get better? That's what I feel think of.
There's more factors that play into there too, but.
Well, yeah, but murder one person, murder the second person. They can eventually be redeemed from that, but how many people are you gonna let them murder before they get redeemed? The way I like to think of it is that the Joker and the Batman.
A big factor there is motive, but yeah.
Motive. The Joker and Batman. You know how Joker is just some senseless killer, but Batman won't kill him. This is actually the plot. Plays into the plot of Injustice, and it's why I actually genuinely kind of want to play that game. The story is fucking insane, and I do like it. It's really good. I've looked it up. But Batman won't ever kill Joker. He just keeps arresting him. And in Injustice, Superman eventually snaps and kills Joker because he basically dropped a nuke and killed Superman's girlfriend. And it's but Batman, refuses to kill him. This spawns into a whole different thing of where I don't agree with Superman's side. Essentially, he becomes a dictator, where he kills any criminal, which is bad. But he kills Joker, and it's I get that because you can make the Joker better from whatever he is, whatever monster he is. You can make him better, but how many nuclear bombs are you gonna let him drop before he gets there? He's continuously a madman murderer who just murders without, and he will.
There's a point where losses need to be cut. In that case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which is why I'm everyone deserves a second chance, because everyone has a chance to be redeemed.
Yeah.
But, I won't... there might be points where you give people even third, fourth, or fifth chances, or whatever. I don't care. But, there, I don't argue past the second chance.
Yeah.
I think everyone fairly deserves a second chance. But not, I
mean, I think it depends. I would call that situational dependent still, but
I mean, if someone drops a nuclear bomb, you're probably not going to give them a second chance. Because they dropped the nuclear bomb.
I'm not. Okay, if I'm in a room and there's two red buttons that say nuclear launch, and they go and press one, I'm not gonna be okay, but don't press the other one.
Well, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have consequences for their first mistake. If you murder someone,
I'm not gonna slap their wrist and be don't press that one now.
Slap their wrist.
I'm probably gonna take them out of the room or unplug the button.
I'm not saying there shouldn't be consequences for your actions if you murder.
No, I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying that everyone has.
I'm just saying in that case, I don't think you get the second chance. I don't think it's worth it, frankly.
All right. How much more do you think you have to say?
A bunch. That's why I was
in terms of time, Derek.
Yeah, a bunch. That's why I was trying to get you to continue going.
Okay.
Or to move to the next one so we can just keep
going.
going.
So I guess we'll go to next time on Speletons. Derek will talk about Grape in the Fruit Bowl some more. All right. Bye bye.